Do you think I need to go and paint that yellow BR, bruv?
Yo, party people, Arms House to Your Mum's House, episode 175. We're going to kick it off with this tune by Booka T and the MGs. Track called Melting Pot. Yeah, all the B-boys and B-girls, get the lino out, yeah? Safe. This is from 1971.
Booker T and the My G's.
Yeah, boy.
Came out when you were 15.
The Graffiti podcast called Arms House to Your Mum's House. Arms House to Your Mum's House. Arms House to Your Mum's House.
Look at your reach! Look at your reach! Habibi Fun.
Oh yeah, that's for my playlist. Oh, it's coming up to the bit.
The Graffiti podcast called Arms House to Your Mum's House.
Yes, people. Booker T and the MGs there. My G. What's going on, Themos, man? How are you,
Yo,
brother?
what's going on, my G?
Ah,
What's
mate.
going on, my G? People have been talking about, it's got nothing to do with Arms House,
Yeah.
but the trap star and calling it like my G. Do you see? I sent it to you.
I didn't see it, but okay.
There's a lad on there going, if you wear trap star
Oh, yeah.
or the other one, what's the other one?
Hood Rich.
Hood rich.
Yeah.
Then you's a bitch.
No, I think it was the video he was saying just be happy that you've never worn it in your life or
you're having a
something like
bad
that.
day,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're having a bad day, just remember you've never worn Hood Rich.
You triggered me because you said my G, like my G,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what God, my G,
My
my G, like my G.
Yo, happy fucking April Fool's Day. Is that a thing people say now? They don't say
No, they don't say that
just
shit.
they just prank the fuck out of some people. I mean, we saw some dudes got pranked today. They're getting their photos sharing about. I mean, I'm not gonna say no more, but
Oh
imagine
yeah,
that's a fucking big elaborate. No, it's
yeah.
not. But yo, people stop sharing shit like that. Stop doing the police's work for them. Yeah, please. All right.
Please.
And if you're like going, which photos? Good. You haven't seen him. So move on. Brother Themos, man, you've been ill last couple of days, man. I know you've not been.
Bruv, I've been ill
What?
as dick.
What, just literally like a cold or something?
No, like fucking a virus, which
mate.
like a chest infection,
Fuck.
which completely fucked me. Yeah. And I've got this mad swelling in my head,
Mm,
and I'm coming down off steroids, and the steroids are like controlling the swelling. So every time I taper, it
mm.
gets like a bit funky for like 2 or 3 days. And then
Fuck.
usually after the third day, it's back to normal, back to like baseline.
Yeah.
And that's not the case, man, this week, because this week I dropped them like 2 weeks ago from 2.5 milligrams to 2 milligrams. I'm
Mm,
desperate to come off the fuckers,
yeah.
and got this cold, got this virus. So, and I was just thinking, is it because, and I've got the swelling, pulsing headaches like really bad all the fucking time, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
And
And then you're coughing and sneezing and shit like that,
yeah, and
feeling
I'm
run
thinking,
down
is this
as well.
because of the cold, like the virus, like because it's very coughy and nosy and head, and it's like, or is it because I've can't come off these steroids?
Ah,
And back onto, I took another, I've take 2 milligrams every morning, and I had to fucking go and have a lie down and
mm,
take another point 0.5. So
see.
I'm going back up, but it's like I've got this cyst in my brain, yeah. And do you remember the kitchen could go through the cyst and do the tumor?
Dr. Kitchen, big up.
Dr. Kitchen's bad man. I love getting messages about Dr. Kitchen, by the
I know.
way. So
Everyone, he's
good,
a superstar now. He's a
so good.
superstar.
And so, but my, you know, if I have another scan in like, I've got another scan booked in April the 19th, and if it shows the cyst coming back, there's no natural remedy for that, bruv.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. I'm taking Boswellia, cannabis, and steroids, and loads of different things for anti-swelling, and it's just
Do you
not
mean as
doing
in
shit.
they'd have to go back in there? Is that what you're
They'd
saying?
have
That's
to go
that's
back in,
literally.
bruv, which is a
Uh,
massive, massive risk,
yeah.
huge risk of epilepsy, and
Yeah, yeah. It's always a risk every time. Yeah,
always a risk.
anytime.
And I've
Yeah.
been in, they've been in twice for the biopsy and for the operation, and
Hmm.
I'm completely, well, say completely fine,
Yeah.
but like it healed remarkably well, bruv.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
know it's
just
been good.
risking like thinking, damn, do I do another go in there again? If that's the only way, that's the only way.
But it literally, if they got to pop, they got to go in there just to pop the cyst,
Drain
basically.
the cyst.
Drain it, yeah, that's it, and then get back out, which is quite a
Yeah.
minor thing by the sound of it, but
Well, you
just
would
it's
have
just because
hoped
it's
so.
your
Like, in
brain.
it, that's
But
what Tanita said yesterday.
can't they just do it without opening your head? Just get a long syringe and just like crack it
Pop,
through the. Sorry, man, just like
pop.
because I told you when I popped my lung, yeah, I had a deflated lung. How do you call it? Not deflated. There's a word for it.
Collapsed.
Collapsed lung, yeah, on one side, and it was only partially, so it wasn't a complete collapse, but there was an air pocket between the inside of my rib cage and my lung, and it was like the air pocket was pressing on my lung. It felt like I was having a heart attack. I thought it was my heart, yeah,
Right.
and I could feel it in back, like literally right in the middle of my back in here, and I was like, oh my God, you can't breathe in, obviously, you know what I mean? I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
man.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, and and I went to the hospital. I drove there myself, just like a
Yeah.
breathing show, thinking I'm having a heart attack. And then yeah, and then they ended up they did this X-ray and they were like, yeah, it's not your heart, it's the fucking lung. And then the guy was like, yeah, it's easy, man. And he just went through there. He put like a little bit of antiseptic or whatever, and then just put a long ass syringe down my fucking through my neck there, down into where the air pocket is. And then he was there going tss, tss, like letting out the air basically like that. And I was like, all right, cool. Then he
What, you were
pulled out.
awake?
Yeah, we'll wait the whole time. Minor.
Shut the fuck up.
And then I went to the doctor afterwards and I was like, how did that happen? Like, what caused it?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, did you rise in elevation really quickly? That can happen, that can cause it. Like, if you climbed a mountain, like in like half a day, then sometimes it can collapse your lung. And I was like, nah, I haven't been climbing any mountains. They go, okay, have you been hit really hard in the chest or something? And I was like, bro, I just woke up, man. I haven't done nothing. And they were like, ah, okay, well, sometimes it's a phenomenon that just happens with tall, skinny, lanky dudes. It just
Did you
happens.
get one of those Syrian BBWs to jump on your rib cage.
Yeah, I should have.
Split
Innit,
that
though.
ass open on the ribs.
I wish that caused it, but yeah, they just said literally anything can cause it. Like for like your body shape, because you could just it just happens. And I'm like, all right, so I can't prevent it from happening again. They were like, well, so it was a bit concerning, but hasn't
Better than
happened.
we don't know.
Yeah,
Like what causes a cyst in the brain? We don't know.
don't know exactly.
They
You're
just we just don't scan everyone's brain because like 9% of the population will have a cyst in their brain. Or 9% of the people we scan have a cyst in their brain. Something like 9% about something.
Jesus.
And they can't get rid of it. And it just causes mad anxiety. So that's
Yeah.
why we don't scan for them.
It would just
I'm like,
alarm people.
what the fuck?
You know, I heard that about chlamydia now. Apparently, so many people have it now, they don't even test for it. They're like, fuck it. It's just going to
Really?
cause people grief. Is it chlamydia or is it another one? I think it's chlamydia now. Yeah. Is it chlamydia?
No.
No, maybe I'm getting muddled up with another STD. There's one now.
Gonorrhea,
No, no, it's not one of those major ones. It's one of those, maybe it's
genital warts.
something like that. I don't know what it is, yeah, but apparently they've stopped even looking for it. They're like, too many people have it now. You're gonna get it inevitably. You know what I mean? Like there's such a large portion.
Damn.
Anyway,
Legs
man.
crossed, knickers on.
Yeah.
Boners in boxers, bruv.
And also good luck to you, theme. Hopefully, you know, the cyst hopefully like fucking retreats away, man. What can we do to scare it, man? Well, there must be something we can do.
Oh man, it's the
I
it's the
don't know.
scariest thing about all of this shit because
Yeah.
I personally think the immunotherapy is doing its job,
Mm.
but like the cyst is like the one that's stopping me living, stopping me doing if I like did kick-ups today, I would have to sit down because if
Right.
I stood up to make dinner, I'd have to sit down because the swelling
Yeah. Fucking
comes
hell.
down my ears and the back of my neck and shit.
Can't even imagine, man.
And
Yeah.
like in here, like it's here, the
Mm.
back of my spine, the top of my
Jesus.
neck. It's nuts. And I think it's the only fucking way I can get rid of it is by doing more surgery, bruv.
Mm.
But I might slap the kitchen because I said, yo, kitchen, you were a bad man.
Isn't it?
Now I'm going to call you half job because you fucking half jobbed it, bruv.
Yeah. Jesus, man. Well, good luck, brother, anyway, man. And yeah. Because you've just done so well since like everything from the surgery, from that second surgery all the way through this radiotherapy, you've just been taking it on the fucking chin, man. You know what I mean? And you've really kind of come through it. But now this fucking goddamn cyst fucking thing, man.
But the cyst was a blessing and a curse, bruv, because
Yeah, well, like you said, yeah, to get to the
to
thing.
get
Yeah,
into
yeah,
the tumor, yeah.
yeah.
Fucking
Fucking
hell.
cysts. And yeah, cysts. I remember having a cyst on my eyebrow. I don't know if you ever remember that. I had a
No.
massive cyst coming out of my eyebrow here like that. Yeah, big ass thing. I'll see if I can find a photo. I had it for
Really?
time, and then finally I went to the because I just thought it was a zit. I was trying to pop it and shit, and it was just like it just got bigger and bigger, and then and I could feel there was something solid inside it. You know what I mean? I
Really?
could tell it wasn't a zit. You know what I mean, or a spot.
Yeah.
And so eventually I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "Yeah, we have to cut it out. It's a fucking cyst, bruv."
Damn.
But they got rid of it and it was fine. It didn't come back. They said it might come back, but didn't come back. It was
Never
a while
came
ago.
back.
Never want you
Lucky lad.
back. Oh yeah, let me big up. I got some stickers printed up. I want to big up the guy who did it for me. Less Stress Printing Co. Okay, you can look them up on Instagram and all that stuff. Really good prices, top-notch quality. Less Stress Printing Co. Big them up, all right, man. Go give them a follow, go support them and all that. Go get some stickers done up.
Shall
What
I
else?
announce the comment for last week's
The OCB winner from last week.
OCB winner?
Where to
Michael
go?
Child 9484. HGH isn't. What did I say it was? He's getting high.
He's getting high. Talal mentioned one as well. This is from the Graph Critique last week. They had a
Yeah, yeah.
HGH and we were trying to make up meanings for it.
HGH, Habibi's getting haram.
Habibi's getting haram. I like that. We
I
should-
like that a lot. Michael Child 9484. Please get in
Yes.
touch and let us know where to advise OCB to send the goodies, please.
Yeah, man. It's a really good goodie pack as well. They're really coming through OCB. They're not just sending t-shirts, they're sending
Yeah.
mugs and all sorts of
Riz-
goodies. Oh, hey!
Basically, bruv.
You said the R word, man. Don't be saying the R word, brother. That's your
Pasty
first strike.
fuck!
That's your first strike, motherfucker.
You pasty fuck! Sitting in your kitchen with lights on looking extra pasty when
Uh,
just nearly said the R word.
Okay, well, yo, going on with OCB, there is a competition that we were talking with them. We wanted to do
Mm,
something a little bit special with them. Of course, every week you leave a comment, like we just said, you can win a t-shirt and a couple of other goodies. But we wanted to do something a little bit more special, a little bit more memorable theme. So we were chatting with them, and they said, why don't you do some sort of competition where the winner gets their artwork printed up onto the back of a skateboard? Yeah. And we were like, that's a really cool idea because, people
professionally.
send in their graph all the time for graph critiques and all that stuff, but this is different. This isn't for critiques. We were trying to think of a thing, and we thought the more open we leave it, the more options we give people, the more people will enter, hopefully.
The more
And
creative license they might have.
the more creative license, exactly. So,
Or
so
don't
yeah,
they have to put an AHC and an OCB?
so that's the only
Caveat.
stipulations. Yeah, the only stipulations is you can create a piece of artwork. It can be done on a wall. Just take a really nice photo of it. It could be done a sketch. You can scan it. You can do it on your iPad. You could do it on Photoshop, whatever you use to create artwork, and you want to see it printed onto the back of a skateboard, you can enter this competition. That will be for the first prize. We'll win that, and obviously a t-shirt and all that. But then there'll be a second prize and a third prize with loads of goodies as well and stuff like that.
The
But
prizes get more and more shit as you
yeah,
become more, as you give us more and more shit options.
yeah, yeah. And the fourth prize gets the R word thing sent to them. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Nah, and then so literally, let me just reiterate, you can create anything, okay? Just know that it's gonna be on the back of a skateboard, okay?
Yeah.
And it has to have either
AHC,
AHC and OCB. Just those
OCB.
letters. They can be the main part of the piece if you want, or they can just be a little tag in the corner if you want. But it just has to include an AHC and an OCB in there. It could be a portrait. It doesn't even have to just be graph. It can be whatever you're into. Any creative people out there,
It's still
you
life.
a still life even. I don't know if that will get chosen, but it
Yeah,
has to be a
no.
damn good still life for us to choose it. But who knows?
It
Who
could be a
knows?
still life of us two down the park looking over the ducks in the pond and they were having a massive zoo and whatever.
That would be jokes, but yeah. So yeah, people, you've got 4 weeks to do that. Are you all right, Theme? You got a
Yeah,
shocked
I
looking.
know who's gonna win. The guy who's doing the Beavis and Buttheads
Oh
Arms
yeah.
House. Damn.
Oh yeah, I did have that somewhere. Hold on, we should look at that, man,
Yeah,
because
we should
that's
look at that
hilarious.
because of the Crocs and the stuff.
But you know what? Actually, because of that, I'm actually gonna we're getting some t-shirts, AHC t-shirts done anyway. We're doing a shop and we're gonna have t-shirts, and I asked him and he said, yeah, you can use these for t-shirts as well. So I'm gonna get these printed up on tees, man. Look, this is again Triple Z on the Instagram.
Trapstar,
Um,
Ed Hardy socks,
he did
hood
the
rich shorts. Your glossy jacket. It's
yeah,
so
and
good.
I've got the Joy Division t-shirt on. You can see it just underneath the
Oh
jacket.
yeah.
And you've got the Run DMC. Why is my fucking computer being so shit?
Mate,
Hold on.
that
Yeah.
is. And I've got the blonde dreads.
Yeah, you've got the blonde dreads, Run DMC, Hood Rich. We're farting, saying sorry, Ackett. We've got the
There's
Ed
a yellow
Hardy.
BR going
Yeah.
across the
So that's the
top.
yellow BR across the top with the arms house to your mom's house, the beavers, the
Mate, that's the
butthead.
double decker Amsterdam yellow BR.
That's the one that I've said. That's the one I painted on the graph wall, the for the graph
Yeah.
jam last week and stuff. He's been paying attention, man. Triple Z, he's a true fan. And look behind us, he said there's an anti-style piece, AHC, yeah,
Oh,
which is
really?
made out of logos out of different various things. He goes,
The
yeah,
champion logo, yeah.
he goes, two dudes standing in front of their anti-style piece, and we're wearing all the clothes that we said were dickheads, and we're
Yeah.
wearing Crocs as well, super dry hat on, you know what I mean? It's so fucking hilarious, man. We're gonna get those on t-shirts, man. Along with the original one as well that he did years ago. This was the original first one when you were in your old flat. Remember the Don guitar
Yeah.
there with all the spray paint around? We're gonna get that on a tee as well. And we're going to have a standard Arms House logo tee, and we're going to have the Chio characters. I reached out to him. He said it was cool to use his artwork for some t-shirts. So boom, big up Chio every time. Big up Bristol. And then this one with the two characters from that other sketch that was sent in by a generous chap
I like that one.
who I reached out to, and he said, "Yeah, go for it. You can use it." So that'll be there, boom, in the middle. But we'll talk about that more once they're up and ready for you lot to buy. But they will be ready soon in the next week or two. But just to reiterate as well, the OCB competition, 4 weeks you got.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got
4 weeks.
weeks, and then we're going to go through all the artwork. We're going to pick a first, second, and third place, and the winner gets their artwork printed professionally onto the back of a skateboard, which will then be sent to you. You can either put wheels and trucks on it and use it, or you can hang it on your wall. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. Okay. I think that's beautiful. Big up the OCB lot for even suggesting to do that and stuff. I think that's a really cool thing. We got loads of creative, cool people who watch this, so I'm sure we'll get lots of cool stuff. Um, yeah, and good luck, people out there. Do your thing, yeah?
So it comes out in 4 weeks. So, I mean, cut off the 4 weeks. I'm not working it out now.
Yeah, we'll work it out. You got 4 weeks. Come on. It's 1st of April
Weeks from today, baby.
Boom. So end of April, I guess. You know what I mean? Around about. What else did we want to get into? Oh, yes. There was a listener question. Was there anything else? Are we missing? There's something else I have to mention. There was a couple things I was going to mention. I didn't fully prepare it today, but I want to do an official chart of all the people that are bored of Graff that we've mentioned on the pod. Like
Yeah.
I want to do like a list of like the top board of Graff people, like that, like Gary, and like Rage, that guy did the fucking weird green screen on the train, like the guy we mentioned, like Spock, the guy who was wheat pasting his graph on the side
Oh
of the
yeah.
train. Remember that guy? There's a whole list of him that we've gone through. I want to kind of have the list, and then we can keep adding to it every time we come across a writer who's just bored of graph. Like Nokia apparently is bored of doing normal graph. He just draws his daughter's paintings now. So I'll definitely put him on the list. So I will set that out for next week. Also, I wanted to do, I don't know, theme. I wanted to run this by you. I wanted to do, there's a wall of fame. I wanted to do a wall of lame. So when we're doing graph critiques, like the really bad ones, yeah, we could put on a list like the top, like
Does this one make the wall of lame?
the wall of lame. You know what I mean? I thought that would be a funny idea to kind of continue throughout. We can keep adding to it every time we get to like really bad ones. Like I can think of Wedgie and Booney. Obviously, Tapas can't go in the wall of lame,
I'm
but
just
he's
thinking
the
about
king.
the word lame.
Yeah, true.
I
What?
don't
What
know.
was? Well, okay.
Because Lamos, isn't it? Lamos
No,
GFS.
salute lame, of course, man. But like, if we had to watch what we say because of what people write, we wouldn't be able to say anything, man.
Yeah,
You know
true
what I
that.
mean? We can
True that.
separate the two things. Uh, all right. So we did get a listener question sent in via the email, which we thought was interesting, even though it's a topic we've both, spoken on the pod, and
Is this
especially
the Barcelona, Paris, New York,
about the styles from different,
Milan, Madrid?
like, okay, let me read out the email because it's really quite well put on the email. Okay, this is the email. Me and my partner have been listening to the pod for the past year. Neither
Congratulations. Can I just step in there and say congratulations, bro?
Arms house to your mum's house. Arms house to your mum's house.
neither of us paint, but the algorithm led us to you, and we both really rate it. You see, people, when you leave comments and you share the vid, it gets out to people. You know what I mean? We don't pay for advertising. It's you lot need to do it. Led us to you, and we both really rate it. Have learnt a lot, and it's been fun to see how graffiti and raving in the UK are tangled up together. Anyway, got something I've been thinking about recently and figured you two might have some thoughts. Bear with me here. People speak English with an accent. Like if you're in a room with 5 people, one from London, one from Barcelona, one from Paris, one from New York, and one from Amsterdam, and you're all chatting away, you'd probably be able to guess from their accent where in the world they grew up. You know what I mean? Like with different accents. I mean, some people find it easier than other. I'm really bad with accents. I can't tell if you're a Brummie or if you're fucking Newcastle or if you're from Canada. I mean, fuck knows. Uh, okay. Do people paint with an accent too? Question mark. Yeah. Like if someone showed you pictures of pieces by five different artists, one from London, one from Barcelona, one from Paris, one from New York, one from Amsterdam, would you be able to guess where in the world they're from just by looking at their work? If so, how? Is it about color choice, the shape or placement of letters, the isms, the line thickness, the design choices, whatever? Or is it something else? Hope that makes sense. We'd really love to know what you reckon. Much love from Manchester. Big up both of you. Big up AHC, big up OCB, and big up party people. Salute.
The graffiti podcast called Arms House to Your Mum's House.
The only person left out there was Dr. Kitchen.
Dr. Kitchen gets props every time.
So yeah, that's a good little question, isn't it? Because I mean, I can't tell the difference if someone's speaking Spanish from Colombia and then Venezuela, like
You
Dominica.
see?
I still can't do that. I think I can like do Dominica, but I often like get it wrong. Puerto
Yeah.
Rico.
Mate, accents, yeah. I mean, we can go into accents
But
because, yeah, the
Madrid
variations and
and Barcelona, 100% I can get.
they got
I don't know
separate.
why. I don't know why. It's like much easier to understand people from,
Yeah.
Barca than Madrid.
You know what, as well? Like in Brazil, they speak Portuguese. You know, I went to Brazil, right? Yeah.
Did you go?
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
you go?
yeah.
In the end, you went. All right.
I need to have a whoa.
Sorry,
I need to have a button like a whoa, like yeah, like the Brazilian thing. Just every time I mention Brazil. Um, yeah, like they speak Portuguese there, but then if you hear of someone from Portugal speaking Portuguese compared to the Brazilian Rio de Janeiro Portuguese, it's like two different languages, even though they're speaking the same language. It's like one is singing and going, ah, the other one's like very talking through your nose and like a bit up his own ass and shit.
Yeah.
And like, there is a big difference. And it comes from culturally and, all this shit makes a difference. Now with graph styles, I mean, we've spoken about it on the pod. We said, oh, the London style, and then there used to be a time when you could tell if someone's from South London, let alone, different countries or different cities. You could tell someone from North London to South London. I think all that has kind of gone out the window for a while now. For a while, for a good over a decade now. The internet
Probably
is
blame
homogenized.
Instagram for that as well.
Yes, the internet has homogenized everything, whereas before the internet, you only had your local writers to look up to. Hence, you can only be affected by those people's style, or more likely to be affected by those people's styles. And then, and then it comes from there. And that's how lineages kind of form, you know what I mean? Whereas now you could just float on the internet and buy anybody from any fucking place, and it's just the same. We mentioned it about slang. It's the same thing. Whereas slang, you could tell someone's from London or they're from New York or they're from there. Everyone had their own slang. Whereas
What
now
up, son?
it's all twisted up into each other. So yeah, I think it's been lost now, but there was a time when you could. But even then, they mentioned in the question, like, is it color choice? Is it the thickness of the line? Like,
Yeah, no, it's
all
the letters. The
the
style of the
letter
letters.
shapes
Yeah.
definitely come into play, the shapes of the letters. I think the way a country is introduced to graffiti, because it's still quite a young genre, for lack of a better word. Here in Europe, we were directly influenced by New York. We got all the magazines, all the movies, Wild Style. They all, after they played in America, they came straight to London, then the rest of Europe. We were directly influenced by them. But again, back in Brazil, they didn't have none of this shit till way later. So they were only picking up graph through word of mouth, through like people visiting there. They'd get a couple of writers come through and they'd be like, oh shit, oh rah, they're doing these big chunky things. And they'd try and copy it, emulate it. They didn't realize, oh, you need a tag, you need a word. They didn't know what all that stuff meant. So they just started doing their own type of thing. That's why in Rio now, like a lot of the writers don't really have like a tag. I'm not talking about the Pisha sound. I'm talking about the graffiti, right? Pisha sound is a whole different fucking movement in itself. But the graffiti writers there, a lot of people used symbols as opposed to like words, like kind of mini kind of throw up type things as opposed to doing a tag. Like, that was just their entry to graph. So
Yeah.
that can affect a style, that you can kind of tell came from that region. I've got some examples as well because I reached out to people on the Instagram, but it was really subtle. Like ultimately, a lot of people copied New York. I mean, like that's the Mecca. That's where all the heavy hitters early on were coming from. All the books and magazines when we were young, especially if you're our age, you're gonna be influenced by that one way or another, you
Mm.
know? And then, you can offshoot from that. Like a good example is like Bando had that direct link to New York. He was there, he had family there all the time, so he was influenced heavily by that. He brought that here to Europe, did loads of amazing pieces, influenced a lot of young writers here. So they ran with that style, but then it developed and a few other things came in. I mean, what do you think directly influenced the London style particularly?
New York.
Yeah, but like who? Like I'd say Scheme was a big guy
Mm.
who, people looked up to, I think, especially because of that documentary, you know what I mean? Like that was the one
Is
of the
that our
best.
best mate now?
He's our best mate, you know what I
He's our
mean?
best mate. He's been on the pod. He's up for part two.
He's in AHC, you know what I'm saying? I should get a quote from him as well. So I'm getting all ideas for buttons now. Um, yeah, so I got some, you know what, let's go in because I reached out to some of the people on the old Instagram to see if, what
And
people
we
thought.
had a lot of response, didn't we?
We did have quite a few response. I tried to get as much of it out as possible. Like, I tell you what, I found this interesting, yeah. Someone said the London style is inspired by Scheme. The Paris style is inspired by Scene.
Barca, Cento.
Barcelona is by Cento. These are all writers from New York, by the way, Cento. And Amsterdam was inspired by Reese, who we've spoken about. And Berlin was inspired by T Kid. I can kind of see that, like if there was a family tree type thing, with all the roots of the tree coming off, and if Scheme, Scene, Cento, and Reese. I mean, obviously there's grey area there as
That
well,
guy
but
who's written that is American, I take it.
no, he's not. I'm not going to say who he is. He doesn't like to be put on blast, but if you follow him on Instagram, you'll recognize the
The headshot.
face thing there. But he did send in like the Cento piece. Yeah, there it is. Like,
Yeah.
that he basically he was grew up in New York, early days, 80s, all that stuff. Then he moved to Barcelona like a decade ago, a bit more than a decade ago, and he battered Barcelona. And apparently he battered it so much he influenced a whole generation of writers after him. And so now the Barcelona style, you could attribute it to this one guy. Like, this is what I've been hearing. Obviously, please, people, get involved in the comments below. If we say something wrong, like, a lot of this is speculation on our behalf, you know what I mean? And just plucking shit out of our ass. So please get involved in the comments, man, if you want to correct us. But that's a cool little style. And I can kind of see that, the Spanish
Mm.
with the colors, you know?
I really like that piece, by the way.
I like it too, man. I like it too. Uh, really cool with the colors and shit, man.
Mm. The
Mm,
letters are nice as well. Because
yeah,
that's
the
the thing
S.
for that kind of Spanish style, Euro style, we call it. Um,
Yeah.
it's not the most technically gifted letters.
Mm.
So shit like that. What I'm saying is shit like that is like I can get down with that, because they are gifted letters.
It's like heavy on the funk, less on the technical.
Yeah.
When I talk about, because Eurostyle, obviously I've heard that term being used. And I remember when I was young hearing the term Eurostyle, I didn't fully understand. I didn't get it because I was like, Eurostyle. I was like, Europe is a big place, man. There's
Mm.
like loads of different styles in Europe. Like I was like trying to work out what the fuck is Eurostyle. But it was usually mainly at the time used to describe like Nema and Heel. What crew were they? TPG and shit like
Yeah.
that. Like, those
TPG.
weird, like wobbly pieces, whole cars they were doing on BR trains. Like, incredible stuff. They were putting in a lot of work and they were in all the graphitisms and all that. But they had those wobbly letters. And so I
Yeah.
think a lot of people just like don't put that Euro styles like stamp on it. But like, I think it obviously goes deeper than that, man.
The
Um,
only style in Europe that I can tell is
mm,
Paris,
mm.
and more so Amsterdam.
Well, I'm going to be testing you. I've instead of the Graph letter game, we got the Graph City game. I'm going to be showing you pieces from different cities around the world, and I want to see if you can guess which city they're
Well, I'm
from.
saying
Okay?
the only ones I'd ever be able to guess
Yeah.
is Holland
Mm,
or France.
I get you.
I don't
Yeah.
know why, because I've always liked the Dutch letters. There's a lot of
Hmm.
English London influence going over there because we're 45 minutes away and yada
Yeah,
yada.
for
And
sure.
there's
I'd say there's back and forth influence
yeah,
because
yeah,
there
yeah,
was a
back
lot
and
of
forth, definite,
there was
definite.
definitely a lot of Holland writers early
Coming
on
over here.
that were fucking shit up here and
And they might
influencing
have
things
like
here.
got their style from Bando, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of people. No, what's his name? Who passed away, man? Uh, not too long ago. Roan
Yeah, right.
was early on, and also obviously people like Delta, all the big names from back then. But they would
Delta
tell you
not
themselves.
German.
No,
He's
no, I'm pretty sure
Dutch.
he's Dutch, man. From
Yeah.
there. But yeah, man. And then there was this. Uh, I think this was Avia wrote this in. I thought it was funny. London is pretty much all the same, but there was a slight variation back around 2000. All Southwest was Lust and Pies style. Yeah, very much so. Them two, they did a lot of damage and a lot of people copied them, man. Not copied, influenced by them. I don't want to use the word copied. Southeast had more funk, like take pills and verse mood style. Zombie obviously played a big influence too. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. There was a distinct style around West, Northwest for the younger writers too, but overall, not much innovation apart from a select group of writers. I know Germany likes the thick outlines with no 3D. That's a good point as well. I remember that, especially back in the day, and maybe not so
I've
much
just
any.
read the last paragraph.
Yeah, yeah. Germany, like again in the listener question, they mentioned, is it the thickness of the line? Is it this? And I remember, yeah, big borders was a very 90s thing, but yeah,
Hmm.
Germany just fat off outline. Then you don't even need to put a shadow on it because the outline's so fat. Paris, I remember train, and I think Dex had an influence. I noticed writers that go hard usually have an influence on each region of the city that come out through the younger writers. Exactly. Once someone puts in so much work in a city and really batters it, there's no doubt going to influence the next generation of writers, and that can then affect the style of that region. Okay, and then Avia continues to go, oh, and of course, London has to be 99% chrome and black with minimal effort on letters and never ever do more than three different outlines in a 20 plus year period. So they sticking the knife in a little bit, but he's from London, so he can say that.
Hmm.
But he mentioned a few names. Who did he? Let me go into the London folder. Yeah, like Pies and Lust. Again, very simple, very basic. Um, like at the ends of the letters, like kind of like going to a point there, a very little like dull point there. That's a very London thing. The 3E, very simple, but yeah, Zonk as well. People were throwing that name around for London
Zonk is very
styles.
London style.
Yeah. And
Old
Kaza.
Teach is very London style. And someone said to me
Yeah.
Fume, and I was like, yeah, Fume, because he's got to be London style.
Mm. This guy's name got brought up quite a bit. Uh, I mean, it was so raggo, his style, and it was everywhere. And he birthed a lot of kids started writing this shit like that. How many writers took that style there, man?
Yeah.
Again, see the point at the end of the bars, what I'm saying? A little bit here at the top of the K, you see what I'm saying? And the really skinny bits, and then big fat off
Is
bits
that
that
on is that on that bridge?
it
You
looks
got
kind of like on that skater bridge, yeah, where what's it called? On the
damn.
other side, yeah. What's it called? South Bank. Yeah, that
Because
does look like
for
it.
the listeners, there's all that kind of spiky barbed wire shit, and then there's like a big drop to the river
Yeah.
beforehand. You got to
Hmm.
jump over. Yeah,
There's a bit of a
I'll
leap you
never
got to do.
do that reach.
I know it's a bit
I'm
nuts,
not
and
doing that reach.
people have fallen off that bridge. I don't know if they're trying to. There was one skater. There was a famous story of a skater getting thrown off that bridge, and then he ended up passing away. I can't remember his name, but
Really?
every year they do a thing there for him.
Fucking hell.
Because these dudes, these rude boys came, tried to jack him. His mate ran away, and then they picked him up and they threw him off the bridge, and he ended up, yeah, passing away. It's a fucked up story, man. It was a while ago now, though. I remember.
Fuck.
But yeah, it's not good. I pulled this one out. I mean, we big up diet all the fucking time, yeah, but I can't help it. I love diet style, man, especially from back then. I think this kind of adds on to you said teachers' early stuff as well. You know, the bouncy letters, the serifs off the edge of the letters, and the stars, and the way it's, roughly done. And a lot of these, obviously, we're picking writers who did a lot of damage. We're not going so much into the technical wall writers, because we had plenty of those here as well. These, a lot of this style is based around racked paint, limited resources,
Living
and just
Graff.
and speed, you know what I mean? Speed and dexterity and brashness,
Look at that diet reach. That's a nice reach at the bottom of the
Oh
T.
yeah, bruv.
Look where Teach got his copyright thing from. And Bass.
Now a lot of people have been doing that copyright thing. This is from
Yeah.
1994. Oh yeah, this is another
This guy
name.
came up a lot, and we've had him on the pod.
Another brethren,
And
best
I've
mates.
always
Best
said,
mates.
yeah, best mates, best mates. I love his letters.
Oh mate, yeah.
They're
Simple,
very
clean,
Londinium.
to the point, extra funky. He's always does a little iteration, slight differences on it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, like, Bun, what Avia said, like, Slam, he's done some, like, obviously, when you're putting in a lot of work, you're not going to spend a lot of time doing every single thing differently. You're going to do the same outlines, you know what I mean? But Slam definitely had a few up the sleeve.
Yeah.
Big him up every time. Then we reached out to him, and then he said
Zombie.
Zombie. He said Zombie
Yeah.
is obviously a massive influence on the London style. Who else did he mention? I think now, and he mentioned someone else. I don't know. But anyway, big up old Slammage.
Slammage.
What else? Did I miss anything? No, that's it. Okay, then some people sent in, like, talking about Euro style. Someone sent in this. He said, for me, this is typical Swedish style. And this was what I ended up thinking, okay, this is Euro style. Yeah. Bouncy, weird, like, letters, like weird bits on the outlines and stuff, and like, little red sperms swimming through the schemes.
Weird little bits of darker green dots on the actual background. Like, I just don't get what that is meant to be.
I've never been, look, I like bubbles. I hate polka dots. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Bubbles and
Does that
polka
say, I
dots.
can't even look at the letters. WHEL?
I don't know what it says. Yeah, well, I think.
Well,
Yes, that's a W. That could be a U
it's got to be
or
an
an H. No, it's a H. It's a H. You're right.
Yeah.
And then an E.
E and an
And
L.
that's a L. It must be a L. Yeah, well. Yeah, I don't know when this was done, but okay. Clean, nice. A bit too funky for me though.
Yeah.
A bit too much on the funky side. All good though. You know what I mean? Whatever floats your boat. And then someone was saying, nah, man,
Floats that boat.
this is the Brummy style, yeah? Someone said so many people have emulated the
Corsa.
Corsa style.
Corsa style has now become the Brummy style. Big up Corsa.
Go on, read the rest.
So many people have emulated the Corsa style that has now become Birmingham style. Although you can also argue it stems from the London affiliate, of course. Always thought Brum had a sharp style tagging wise, though even though London were the true originators, I feel like Corsa took it to a mad level.
Yo.
He's
And
good
again,
mates with DDS lot, isn't he?
yeah, he's down with DDS and all them lot. He's been doing it a long time. I didn't bring many examples of his work, but people can look it up. Corsa, he's been doing it a long time. Yeah, like we said, he's DDS, FBS. Yeah,
Good mates with Zombie.
and it's kind of following on from what we said before about when someone batters a city, he's inevitably going to influence the next group of writers, and then them going to influence the next guys, and then the next guys,
That's a nice piece, to be fair.
It's a dope piece. Yeah. I wish I had a better quality one. What else did I have? Ah, yeah, someone said like Brighton back in the late
Fire.
90s, early 2000s, fire. Everyone was biting this guy, including me in London. I was sitting there sketching out fire outlines from a young age, man. Just I loved that style. It was so ill. Rest in peace. I think he's passed now, man. But
Yeah.
fire
Didn't
had
you
the
put
ill.
me in DFM when we were at school?
Exactly, the freeze mob.
which was the hardest name out.
The
Da
freeze
Freeze
mob.
Mob. Like
Yeah, man.
Jesus Christ, man.
Crazy.
But look at this, bro. Look at the E. Like look at the
Yeah.
pink and the red and the white. Like Jesus Christ.
You know what? I'm going to do that in my next piece. You see how he's got like layers. So he's got this main bit of the R coming, but then it's
Yeah.
folding behind itself and then coming on top of itself again, then going behind it
He's
here.
put the
And
shadow on the fucking damn.
then... Mm,
Damn.
I might try that out. I've been wanting to do that actually for a while, like a, like you've got like three layers of pieces going through each other. You know what
Mm.
I mean? Like kind of, yeah, it's a dope little thing, man. I like it a lot.
I like that a lot.
Big up Brighton, yeah.
Yeah, pick up the old Brighton.
All right, I didn't do a massive deep dive into this, but people in the comments, man, if you leave enough comments and let us know where you're from and who represents the style of your area, and leave it in the comments or send us in the DMs or on the emails, maybe we'll continue this next week. I mean, if we get enough, maybe we can extend it into next week or something. Dope. But I'm gonna test your style knowledge now. See, I'm telling you, you're not gonna get any of them, man. But
Really?
well, I don't know. We'll see. Because I put some obscure motherfuckers in there. So now this is like I got 10 photos here of 10 different graffiti pieces, all from a different cities around the globe. And I'm gonna test to see if theme just by looking at the photo. Obviously, I've left in some of the background, the buildings, maybe from the architecture or the wildlife. Maybe you'll be able to kind of have a guess at where in the world it might be.
Cool.
But let's get into it, man. All right, here's the
Mm.
first one here. Boom.
Okay. My first reaction was Paris.
And your first reaction would be correct. And yeah, that's Horf. He's quite a big writer out there.
Yeah.
Horf. But yeah, typical van. Bosh. All right. Here, what about this one? Ooh.
Rio.
That's in Rio. That's me, motherfucker. That's an
Yeah,
am.
that's you, boy.
London Rio from 2008. That's the straight up Brazil style, man. I encapsulate everything. Brazil is encapsulated in my
You got the
style.
beach, the religion, everything in there. The
everything.
language.
The
Fuck me.
cocaine. Sorry.
Cocaine.
Now here we go. That's number 3.
Germany,
Oh, why do you say Germany?
because it's looking very German.
I don't know about that, man. Well, it does.
No
I just noticed
smoking.
now it says Rio here. So
Rio.
this
Oh,
is from
yeah.
Rio. This is my mate Menchi. He writes Menchi, Ment, but he does loads of pictures of women's faces. I think this is very Brazil. Like I said, like they're not so much about their letters and stuff. They love doing their characters. Look here, there's like a favela going up. He always does little
Oh,
favelas on
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah, yeah,
pieces.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big him up.
I apologize to your Brazilian brothers.
No, it's fine. Don't watch that. What about this one? It says Sex Doll Avenger. And it's a mad character on a weird looking wall. Any
Looking
thoughts?
for the style to the left and what it's gone over.
Yeah.
It's Euro style.
What about
definite. It's Spain.
What about the wall itself? Doesn't the wall look familiar?
No.
It's a very famous wall. Everyone around the world knows this wall. Not for the graph.
Oh, Germany.
Yeah, it's the Berlin
The
Wall.
Berlin
yes.
Wall.
And I thought the sex doll Avenger, I thought, Berlin, the Germans of all sex pests. So I thought that would be funny. Yeah, it
They
was the Berlin Wall.
love that shit.
All right, next one. I don't know if you'd noticed the train, if you know where the train's from. You shouldn't really read this thing either. I should cover that fucking. Oh, man. Anyway. Just from the style of the letters, where do you think that looks like it's from?
I mean, like this just blends into like Italy, Germany,
Mm-hmm.
shit like that for me.
I can see that too, but where else? Where else is like a big city in Europe that a lot of trains get done? There's a lot of writers.
Rome.
That's another one, but not there. I'm giving you one last guess. And if you painted there, you'd have people going, Why you do that, man? You have to go over there.
Poland.
Yeah, it's Warsaw to be specific. All right, so that's Warsaw. Next up, ooh, where does that
Damn.
look like it's from? What city around the world could that be?
Hong Kong, Japan.
Bro, first guess, Hong Kong. Yes, it is Hong
Really?
Kong. But I left that big, big tall building, and it looks kind of Chinesey kind of writing. I don't know what the fuck it says. Oh no, I think it's a big writer out there. I looked him up. Zemi, Xeme is what he writes. I don't think that's what this says.
I think that's got to be a G at the beginning, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's either a G or an S. I don't know, man. Let's not sit here trying to guess.
Yeah.
But that is,
But
you
look at
guessed
my
it.
geography.
You guessed it first up. Hong
Yeah.
Kong, man. Yeah, I mean,
Hong Kong is not part of China.
it's not. All right, here we go.
Zorro.
Yeah, that's not a city.
But that's a guy doing a Zorro tag.
Yeah. Where have you seen
Uh,
that before, if ever? Which
Fab
city?
Five Freddy. New York.
New York City, baby. This is Lee Quiñones from the movie Wild Style, where he's doing bombing in it,
Lee
and
Quiones.
he writes Zorro obviously in that movie. So yeah, classic New York shit. All right, let's go. Next one is this one. Okay, this one is a tricky one. Hmm. Any sort of guesses?
Brazil.
No, we've done Brazil, so not Brazil.
Uh, two tall buildings in the back. I mean,
Yeah,
could
it's a fucked up wall with some weird
nah,
pots
no
and stuff.
idea, bruv. I'd go Spain.
No, no, no. This is the capital of Cambodia, Phnom Penh. All right, so
As if I'm getting that.
I know I just threw it in there as a curveball.
Nong Peng.
But look at the, I mean, I was trying to find like, so I wasn't just showing pictures of writers who have traveled to that city, and there's not loads of local writers in Phnom Penh in Cambodia, but I found a couple, and this was one of them, Zuer or whatever his name is. And he did a weird little character. I thought this character might give it away. It's a bit of a weird one with the eyes. It kind of looks like
Bit
some sort of
elephanty.
maybe an elephant or some sort of like religious symbolism or something. I don't know. All right, here we go. Where's this
2 inch
from?
punch.
Yeah, it says inch dub on a brick wall. What's that down there? The rubbish on the floor. Foster's beer on the floor.
Is that back home?
Nah, it's not back home.
And then he's done the old.
They don't
fucking-
they don't drink Foster's back home, innit?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
So
He's a big writer from this city, apparently. I mean, I haven't been there in a long time, but I've seen his stuff about.
I don't know. It looks like England to me.
It is England, but which city though?
Manchester,
Ah,
Sheffield,
Rob, go back to your roots. Where are your roots?
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Big up
Ah,
Inch from
Newcastle!
Killing it. All right, and the last one, boom, says hip hop, black with a white outline, really, really toy or anti-style. Excuse me if you want to call it that. No, it's toy. It's
I've
fucked
seen
up
you
pretty
chatting
good.
to someone about this on the Insta, and I still don't know who it is, where it is.
This was sent by DJ MK. He was out. He just tagged us in this photo
Oh
and
yeah,
said,
yeah.
"This
And
was
he
when I
was
was in Damascus, Syria." He was there back
Damascus.
in, I think, 2008. He said he was out there. He was doing a tour around the Middle East, finding MCs, and for the radio, he was doing a crazy tour. And he sent me this from Damascus. There's not
Didn't have
really
to go that far, bruv. Do you know what I mean, MK? Just could have just come around to Bush and just
come round here,
chatted to
bruv.
me.
I mean, look, there's not really, there's not enough of a graph scene in Syria for them to develop their own style. There are still pockets around the world where maybe the graffiti virus hasn't completely, well, obviously for many different reasons, whether economic or war or fucking all sorts of fucked up.
Completely taken over.
Yeah. And the
But it
thing is,
hasn't.
I'll tell you what, like from my time, like I've been to Beirut, obviously I've been to Damascus many times. I didn't do any graph in Syria. I was too young back then, and I was shitting myself because there's no police there. It's all army guys. Yeah, and they've all got big guns. And I remember at the time there was no, it was Hafiz al-Assad, Bashar al-Assad's dad, a dictator, brutal dictator. And if you're caught doing
You're gonna
graph
get
on the
nicked.
wall,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but the thing is, because they don't know about graph and the culture of graph, if they see someone painting on a wall, they're going to think it's a political statement and they'll probably fuck you up. You know what I mean? Like without even reading what you're writing, they're going to go,
Yeah.
oh, he's going against the state. Let's knock him out. My cousin, this is a true story. When I was in Syria, we were driving around. We go with my cousin. I had one of my cousin's mates used to walk with a walking stick, yeah, not a walking stick, a fucking what's it called, a crutch.
Cane.
Yeah, he had a
Crutch.
crutch because he had a fucked up gammy leg. Yeah, he was disabled in one leg, and then one day, like my mates were all trying to find him, and he disappeared. And they were like, "Oh, I don't know where he is, where he is." And then they found out 2 days later he appeared. Yeah, and they were like, "What happened to you, man?" He was like, "Bruv, I was driving down the motorway bit, and I really needed a piss. So he pulled over the car, got out of his car, got his crutch out like that. Yeah, went to the nearest wall." Put his crutch down, he had to lean against the wall, obviously, because of his gammy leg. He was pissing now. And then just the army came, arrested him, beat him up, threw him in prison for 2 days, and then let him out. And they were like, why the fuck did they nick you? He goes, because he was pissing. He didn't notice the big fucking poster of Hafiz al-Assad that he was leaning on and pissing on.
No way.
It was some big ass poster. He was so in his own head because he needed a piss. He was like, fucking
Desperate.
quickly
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pull up here and go do a piss. And the next thing he knows, he's in fucking prison for 2 days just for pissing on a wall, but just because it had the picture of the
Yeah.
president. Anyway, so that's just for doing a piss, let alone if they catch you doing a blam. Fuck it hell. So, there's many different reasons why shit doesn't take
Didn't
off.
El Presidente create Graff in
Yeah, in Beirut.
Beirut?
Yeah, he kick-started the scene. There was a couple of like mosquito hits around that he saw, and there was a couple of people that had traveled there from other countries, but he went there in 1996 and he did so much bombing. Yeah, like graffiti bombing, not bombing, obviously. Beirut's used to getting bombed, man. Right now it's getting fucked. Anyway, yeah, he basically battered it, came back the next year, and then he saw tags appearing next to his tags and his dubs. And then the next year he'd go back and he'd see more graph, and he basically built the scene there, man.
It's so
Incredible.
good. That is so good.
Shout out
El
Presidente
Presidente.
every time, man. Shout out Tarbush Records. Everyone go check out Tarbush Records for that hip hop
Shout out the CMS.
and the CMS and all that good stuff.
All
Yo,
moves,
like,
crazy mob stars. Should we get into graph critique?
let's do it, brother.
What you gonna?
Oh yeah. All right, I've got quite a few lined up for us now, man. Let's get into them. Dub on a concrete wall says Mucka, Mucka, chrome black outline, like a mauve lilac kind of one time, blue cloud like splat around the outside, 2026, little hand style, simple, quick, to the point.
A bit too skinny for me. I mean, if you've got that much wall and you're doing a dub, like always go big, always go fat and chunky.
It's
The
hard to
letters are
tell.
all right, but you could
Yeah.
have done them more chunky.
Yeah, just the middle bit of the M here and the middle bit of the A, I think are a bit skinny on the skinny side. I
The
like.
bottom of the C, like
I
I
don't
don't know why
mind
that's
it.
sticking out because compared to the U
Oh yeah. The U, yeah, you're right. If that was
and the
kind of
M,
mirroring a little bit
yeah.
there, but that's nitpicking. I kind of like the funk of this. I don't know why. It looks like he's young. I don't know why. Have we done Mucka before? I think we've done a Mucka already. Maybe this is an
I'm not
updated
sure of
one.
his border choice color.
The mauve is subtle. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It does
I
what
would have
it
liked
like.
a bright red or a white.
Because luckily there's nothing else on this wall, just mad scratches and stuff. He's the first to do it. So, usually a one time is to kind of separate it from, sometimes it's used for that. I think here it does the job, man. But I think he did the blue after he did the one time. You see how it gets like mad thin here because he was trying to do the blue neat. You know, you got to do the blue first. Yeah, you can
Mm.
see here the blue is dripping over the one time. The one time should be the last thing you do, man. All right. So you throw up the letters, do the thing, then outline. You know, do the background, then outline, then one time. I think I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure
Is
that's
that
what's
is
happened.
that a poor man's, like extremely poor man's slam FM?
Yeah, a little bit. I can see a
It's a
little
bit
bit of that.
slam-esque, isn't it?
I can see a little bit of that. What do you think of the hand style, man?
Look at your reach. Look at your reach, bruv. I
Hand style
mean,
needs a bit of work, I think.
it's kind of all
It's all
right.
right.
Not, it
That
doesn't make me throw up.
the M though, you know what I mean? But still,
Mm.
we're just nitpicking here. Mucker, you're on the right track. That looks cool. You know, that's does the job for me, man. I don't mind it. Out of 10 for a dub, you know, it's not pushing the boat out super duper much, but I like it. It's cool.
I'll
He's
go
not
four and
do
a half.
he's not doing I'm going to go above average to be honest, because I think, you know, there's more right with it than that's wrong with it. Even though I'm not super blown away by the style, it's not like amazing, super amazing, but I'm going to go 6 for a
Fair enough,
nice
bruv.
clean dub. Done. Big up Mucker. Ah, this was the
Entrée.
Entree. He was in the crew, HGH. What did we say? What was the comment? Said it was hot.
Habibi's getting haram.
Habibi's getting haram. So I told him because he sent in, we didn't like his ease. I think he did some shitty ease. Maybe I got the photo from last week, I think, man. Let me see if I still got it. Yeah, it's in here somewhere, I think. Yeah, so this was his last week's entry, and we hated the ease. It was a bit disgusting and a bit rough,
Mm.
rugged, and a bit shitty around the outside. So he sent an up. He said he sent this one in a bit more elaborate, less
Traditional.
weird shit on the E. On the E's, you know me, he's done him a bit more chill out styles.
Yeah.
Trying to get this a bit bigger. There we go. Still a bit rough and rugged though, and I don't know about the shading he's got in the 3D. I see what he's trying to do, like a bit of a fire thing into the black. Still a bit rough and rugged. In general though, I like it. It's okay. The characters and all this, I don't know about all that. It looks a bit ugly as fuck to me.
It does, but it looks like it's supposed to be like that. It's
Yeah,
supposed to be
I
like one of
think
those characters that.
yeah, because he's got the face with the shades coming out, like two big orange shades, and he's
Oh
got the
yeah.
hands on either side, hold like, you know, classic style with the character, you know, holding into the letters.
Is his throw up two E's, capital E and small E?
Must be it. That's what it looks like. Uh 3T. This is 2026. Gustave Entre. Yeah, I mean, look. Yeah, I think he's meant to do it like this. He knows what he's doing. He's having fun with it. The T is nice. Little flow, the R, top heavy R. It's just still a bit ugly in my eyes, man. I don't know. I can't pinpoint what it is. Maybe the schemes, he's done too much in the schemes. Nice three color fade, but then he's just gone in with loads of shit. The outline is a bit wobbly, you know what I mean? Little wobbly bits here and there, little flary bits where I think he's covering up from like little mistakes, but I don't think he cares too much by the looks
I
of
don't,
it.
I get the impression he doesn't care that much,
He doesn't.
but he doesn't care that much about doing different E's.
He,
And if you do different E's in the same word, they've both got to be like decent,
they got,
exceptional.
yeah, to a degree. I mean, we're nitpicking here. Like, you know, he's doing his thing. He's having fun. Keep
Yeah,
doing your thing. Entre. Are you French,
entrée.
bro? Entre. And what's this crew? LMK now. He's got a new crew here. How many crews do you want to put up, bro?
Le music killer,
Killer. Super cool. I don't think he's even
Immortal King.
French. I have no idea where this fucking guy's from, but big him up. Entre, what do I give this one out of 10?
You see the character behind with the two sunglasses. That
Mm,
reminds me of something in Subway Art.
yeah, yeah, that's definitely inspired by that stuff with the colorful shades and the eyeballs inside. If I'm just going on the piece and this character, I'm gonna ignore all the rest of it around the outside. I'm gonna go straight down the middle, 5. It's not super offensive. He's got skills, he's doing his thing, but it's still a bit too wobbly for me to give it above average, man. You know?
Mm.
And this is from my taste as well. So 5 out of 10. Theme.
I'm gonna go the same. Five,
Okay,
five, 5.5 out of 10.
there you go. All right, boom. Okay, I've got two photos of this from both angles. This is on a freight. It says Besen, Besen,
Okay.
yellow outline, black fill, black one time, quick time done, obviously, top almost top to bottom on this like weird freight thing. I don't know what it's carrying. Uh,
I like it.
it's cool. It does what it needs to do. Again,
I like
quick
the N, I
time.
think, and I like the E. I like the S.
This is cool. I'm not super blown away by the letters, but it again does the job. This one of them ones, this is like, it's quickly done. There's nothing super bad about it at all. It's just more about a preference thing, you know what I mean? I don't really like the way the S swings up in this bit here and then
Mm.
comes down. I don't know. I like mine to have a little bit more of a flow like that. But again, this is just a personal thing, different strokes for different folks.
I like I
The
like
rest of
the
the letters are
N.
dope. Yeah, the
Yeah.
rest of the letters are dope. I like this little flick off just to like fill up the whole carriage or whatever the thing is called. So he
Mm.
gets right to the end. He's done a big thing there, put up his crew and whatever.
Filled it in black, done the outline in yellow. That's a bold. If the yellow's shit, it's never gonna work, bruv.
Yeah. Yeah,
So that's
yellow for
quite good.
outlining. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there's the two colors there.
Oh, is that he's got like a purple in
Oh,
here
is
as
that is
well?
black on the glass? Is there no glass on there? Nah.
I think he's got a black and a dark, dark purple, and he's just kind of
Mm.
mashed them in and just
Mm.
but you know what I think? I think Besen, this guy, he doesn't want to send in like he sent in this on purpose because one, it's illegal, obviously illegal, so we're going to give him props for that. But two, he hasn't gone too into it, so if we gun him, like he's playing it safe, he's sending us a quick thing he did so that if we gun him he can just go to his mate, no, it's just a quick thing, who gives a shit. But you know what I mean, maybe send in a proper more elaborate piece so we
It
can
would have been
really.
nice with a border and some bubbles around it as well.
Yeah,
But he's
he's
probably
got
not
a
got time
border.
to do that.
It's
A
even no,
different
but it looks
color
like.
border, like
Oh,
a yeah, that was good. I saw that.
yeah, no, we're gonna get to that. But look, he's got his mates down there. They're obviously. It looks like a pretty quiet spot. I don't know if they were sitting there like this is some intense fucking yard that they've got to be
A
really
daytime
quick.
spot.
I reckon they could do. They could take their time in there. I reckon he's being quick, just like he's just got a couple of tins. He's like, fuck it.
I reckon it's in Wales.
Yeah, it could be in Wales. No, no, no. You know what? Also, I didn't take into account because it's quite big. He's gone like, top,
Mm,
almost top to bottom. And that's, it's hard for some people to really pull off. You know what I mean? It takes some skill to paint at that
hmm.
size and to get everything nice and evenly done.
And when you go out to the panel and it's like you're used to it being on the platform,
Mm,
you're like, yo, this is massive.
don't realize. Yeah, you definitely would have a
Mm.
step there to step on. Now, out of 10, if I'm going to give it out of 10, he's obviously competent. He knows what he's doing. I should give him a high score, but because this is a like a scrappy kind of like feel, it's like he's not really gone in on it, so I can't give you a super high score. You got to leave some room. I got to
What we
give it
said last
more.
week.
I got to give it more than Mucker. What did I give Mucker? I think I gave Mucker a 6 for that dub, but it's more cleanly done and filled, you
Yeah,
know.
but it's not as good as the
But it's not.
Bezen.
You know what? I'm gonna give the Bezin a 6.5,
You're gonna give
almost
it a
7.
6.
Are you gonna give it a 6? Okay, cool. And then this one is just a jokes thing. Someone sent this in. I think
The
it was
message is
Jobsy.
correct. Be a better person. It's a floater on a central line. It's fucking tiny. It's tiny.
Just like but he's kind of like got them evenly. It's not like waving around. Like, he's done it in a straight line. Be
Yeah.
a better person. It's like filled in with like fluoro green by the looks of it. It could just be a normal green. And then he's done a quick black, like fucking quick outline. I don't know what's on the left or the right. I just thought it was funny. It's a nut, but it is a good message. So,
Yeah.
we want to push that message. Fuck knows who did that. This is someone, when you look at that, that's either an anti-styler who's been doing it so long he's bored of graph, or it's just some little kid who's just started. I can't tell
Or
anymore.
it's someone who doesn't do graph
Or someone
and
doesn't, yeah.
um just thought, what am I gonna do?
You know what? That does look like the graph of someone who doesn't know how to do graph. He's gone to the
Yeah,
yard with his mate because his mate does graph, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna write a nice positive message," and then he's just written that out.
that's
But
exactly what it looks like,
but
doesn't it?
big him up though, whoever it might be. Oh shit, we got a couple more still. Let's go. This is a guy called Art Form. He sent it in this sketch. He's got like a weird character here with a spray can nozzle coming out of his head, spraying this like bogies. It's coming out of his mouth as well, or either going
Mm.
into his mouth or out of his mouth. And it says Art Form. It's a sketch on a piece of paper. He's also got the name buckle, Art Form. He's got the A on the chain. He's got paint and a spray
Holding a
can. This
can,
thing.
and yeah. Look
Again,
at your reach, bruv. Look at your reach. This your reach is the worst part about this.
yeah, the tag style isn't really up to par. Look, he's having fun with it again. It's like well done. All the shades, like, with his paint
Yeah,
pens he's using, and he's got everything kind of, he's got a shadow even around the whole thing. Like he's put in work on this. He's put in a lot of effort.
the character's almost,
It's
decent.
it's cool. It's cool. It's got all the bits kind of in the right places. It's just ugly as fuck. I just look at it and it just looks ugly to me, man. And I'm sure that's what he's going for with all the gloopy
Bogey and
green, the
snot. Yeah,
bogies. It's like going a bit of like the ugly kind of thing. So, props, but I just think it looks ugly, man. But big up though. He's obviously, he's doing his thing, man. I reckon you keep at it. There's certain things about the character. Again, I'm nitpicking here. I don't want to be too rude. Obviously, art form is doing his thing, sketching, but I would recommend if you want to do characters, yeah. This is my Ponzi art side coming out, yeah. And this is just maybe a word of advice, take it or leave it, yeah. If you want to get into drawing characters, you have to learn the basic form of the human body, yeah. And the only real way of learning that, yeah, is doing life drawing, yeah. Find pictures of people doing different
you mean
stances.
proportions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and just get those proportions. And then once you learn that, then you can exaggerate the proportions and make them do weird fucking crazy shit. Yeah. Obviously, you don't have to do this to get to that point, but I just telling you now, it will help you
You want
tenfold.
every graffiti writer to go to the art shop and buy one of those little wooden men,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And just copy the form and shit like that.
which are like all in proper.
And it will help even with letters. It will help with everything, every aspect of your drawing. It will help. Like I'm just saying, like you don't have to do it, but it will increase every part of your drawing if you do that. Make it a habit of doing that and just learning those things. Anyway, art form, I give it as a sketch on a piece of paper. I give it a it's competent. It's above average, except for the reach though, man.
I can't critique it because it's not graph, it's a sketch.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5, man. Last one, Hypno,
And
HIPNO
haven't
in
we had this
lime
guy
green.
before? A hypno.
It could be. Look, there's a King Trev above
There's a
it there,
King
man.
Trev. There's two
Root
Trevs.
style. Yeah. But no, we're looking at this Hypno here below in the lime green
Didn't we
field.
have this
right
one a
in-
couple of weeks ago and we couldn't read well, this not this one, but the same writer?
It's possible. It's
Just looking at
possible.
the H.
Yeah, it kind of rings a
Hypno.
bell. Again, simple, quick things.
Where are these
Dub.
kids getting their colours from, man? It's
I don't know.
awful.
It's not too bad with the black outline. You can really use any color to fill. If you've got a black outline, any
It
light
looks
color
like
will
fucking
do.
bogies to me.
It does look like bogies. I think he even said, check out the bogey thing when he sent it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and look, the hypnotized eyes in the P, when
Yeah.
your eyes go like
Yeah.
in cartoons. It's funky. It's a funky style. Is it my cup of tea? Uh, Not really. I'm into typography. I like different lettering styles. This one, no, there's some bits in it I can appreciate. I have to admit. I don't know why. It's the continuity, I think. He's done it with every letter. He's continued that style thing on. So I give him props for that. He's like, carved out a style there. Whether it's everyone's cup of tea is a different story, but I'm sure Hypno doesn't give a fuck.
Trev, do you reckon it's better than Trev's roots stuff?
The Trev is just a don, man. I can't be dissing Trev, but
The best bit
Uh,
about the hypno piece for me is the three little bits coming off the O,
yeah, just
not
these
the
bits.
three little bits coming off the H,
No,
but the
those are
three little
fucked.
bits coming off the O.
Those bits. All right, quick one. Out of 10, what do you give it?
4.
Yeah, I'm gonna go below average. Just because it's a quick, rough thing. No, you know what? No, I can't give it less than the other ones. Okay, I gave Mucka a 6. I gave Thingy a 6.5. I'm gonna give this a 5.5 Hypno. Maybe send in a more elaborate piece if you do pieces and stuff, maybe send in a more elaborate one and we can judge your ass on that, motherfucker.
Judge your ass.
All right. Let's call it a day there, brother man. Shout out everybody listening in. Leave a comment to win some OCB goodies. Send in your artwork.
You've got
Now,
4 weeks to send in your artwork, and it's got to be decent to get on the skateboard, by the way, bruv. So make sure you get it done.
yeah, we're going to be picking. Maybe we'll get a guest on to pick a winner. I don't know. We're going to work out a way to pick a winner, but keep sending in your artwork. One thing I didn't mention that I should really put home now. Send it to the email, your artwork. Don't DM it on the Instagram. Don't send it to my personal Instagram. Send it to the armshouse to your mom's house at gmail.com for any, and then make sure the subject title is OCB competition skateboard. Yeah. So I know on the email, I know that's an entry and I can put you on the list of contenders. Yeah, that's it, brother man. What song we going out to?
Van Morrison, Sweet Thing,
Yeah.
which I've been learning to play on the guitar.
Nice. We're definitely getting flagged. No, I'm kidding.
Well, apparently he doesn't give a shit.
No, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Let's see.
This
how
came
you
out
go.
in like the 70s, bruv.
Yeah. Van Morrison, Astral Weeks is the name of the album. The name of the song you wanted to play, though, is
Sweet
called
Thing.
Sweet Thing.
Sweet thing, sweet thing.
Party people. Big love, yeah. Shout out OCB, shout out all the crew, yeah. AHC, send in your graph, send in any voice note questions, hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. You know the
All
code.
that good shit, boy.
Peace.
I was strawberry way and jumped the hedges first.
Arms house to your mum's house.
And I was strong and merry way and jumped the hedges first.
Hedges first. He's not even Irish.
And I will drink the clear, clean water for
What
the
a father quench my thirst. Not Irish, bro. I've got to eat.
And I'll show out the ferry boats and they'll get high. On a blue ocean against tomorrow's sky. And I will
Never grow so old again.
And I will walk and talk in gardens all wet with rain. Oh, oh. Sweet thing, sweet thing. Yeah. Sweet thing. Sweet thing. Well, I shall drive my chariot down your streets and cry. Oh, it's me, I'm dynamite, and I don't know why. And you shall take me strongly in your arms again. And I wonder, might remember that I ever felt the pain. We shall walk and talk in gardens all misty wet with rain down. And I will never grow so old again. Oh, 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 the sweet thing. Oh, oh.
house to your mum's house.
And I will raise my hand up into the nighttime sky. And count the stars that shine in your eyes. That's just to dig it all, not to wonder, that's just fine.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And I'll be satisfied not to read in between the lines.
He's in the My Little Pony shadow, yeah?
Yeah, man.